And good morning, everybody. This is your pal, your favorite band pal, GGFan. Last time I responded to Zama, whatever his name is. I responded to his hate-filled video about somebody who has been living in his head rent-free before he was born, along with so many other people in the Smeatgon world. That's okay. You can love me, you can hate me, you can be neutral about me. It's all good. Now, this time, I want to address something that really exemplifies the double standards, the hypocrisy that transpires in the Smokegon realm on a daily basis. So if you look here, let's take a look here. Now this is the tragic tale of TOASTERBOI420. Who is TOASTERBOI420, you might ask? He was a harmless, innocent, law-abiding citizen of Smokegon. He played there for 2 years, never had any infractions, never argued with staff. He was the most harmless individual you could meet on Smokegon. He was banned. One day, out of nowhere, he was banned. Permanently banned. He was banned for life. He is banned for life from Smokegon. He's banned for life on Pokemon Showdown. So he can't play in Smokegon tournaments anymore. He can't, well, he can play on Showdown, but he has to change his name. He asked a moderator why he got banned, or a staff member. I'd like to know why it was banned. Are you Toaster Boy? Yeah. You got banned for being associated with Lance Cord, which has a marked history of harassment and bigotry. So it wasn't anything I said, it was just me being there. So there's a lot to talk about here. So this moderator, staff member, whatever, mentions Lance Cord. What is Lance Cord? Well, Lance Cord is a Discord server that belongs to none other than Transcendent God Champion, also known as just Lance, one of the most controversial users in the history of Smokegon. Now, I could spend 2 hours talking about Lance. I will be succinct. After all, brevity is the soul of wit, right? So, long story short, Smokegon hates Lance for due to his very unsavory remarks that he's made about certain people, certain kinds of people. He has a Discord, and one day there was a massive ban wave. Toaster Boy was the catalyst behind this ban wave. So Toaster Boy got permanently banned for simply being in this server. Now, some people in Lance's Discord, they do say some questionable things. I'm in Lance's Discord. Oh no. I can tell you this. Many people, maybe most people in Lance's Discord just talk about Pokemon. What's your favorite Pokemon? What's your favorite game? Who's the best rival? Most of the time, I'm in the chat. I just talk about Pokemon. Lance these days is pretty tame. We just talk about the games. Toaster Boy never said anything wrong. Never made any kind of offensive remarks. Nonetheless, he was banned. So we have here a moderator, Vertigo, a very sad individual with obviously nothing going on in their lives. I am on a mission to get toaster logs from Lance Cord and get him banned. So they found proof that he was in Lance Cord. He got permanently banned, along with many other people. Dozens of people were banned for simply being in Lance's Discord server. So why did this happen? Why was Toaster Boy in particular targeted? Why did this miserable loser moderator go on a mission to target Toaster Boy and get him banned? Well, I talked to Toaster Boy himself and found out. I'll show you. Give me a second. Okay. So, Toaster Boy was in a 1-versus-1 team tournament, and a Smogon moderator wanted to give his friend, who Toaster Boy was playing, a free win. So, pretty much leaked the entire Lance Cord member list and decided that being there, simply being in this Discord server, was bannable, and literally banned everyone in the server. Now, before, being there was never bannable. As Toaster Boy says, they arbitrarily changed that for whatever reason. Toaster Boy was active on Smogon for about 2 years. I'll show you. You know, he was an active tour player. He signed up for many tours, never broke any rules. I mean, he did nothing wrong. But he was in a team tour, and the moderator, Vertigo, the loser, miserable moderator, with no life, obviously, wanted him removed. Wanted to give their friend a free win in the team tournament. So this is just a case of corruption. Obviously, this is corruption in the tour scene, extreme pettiness. Now, Vertigo, if you're listening to this, get a life. You're a loser. Get a life. Get off the internet. Evaluate yourself while you still have time, because this is pathetic. But yeah, he was banned. Many people were banned. You know, and to this day, nobody says anything. Nobody does anything about it. So here I am making this video. Now, this incident... Let me go back to the... Okay. Let me just go back to the image of him, his conversation. Okay. Now, this incident happened about a year after the infamous N-Gang server ran its course. I've talked about the N-Gang server before. Now, the N-Gang server is one of the most infamous Discord servers in Pokemon history. Think of it as the Super Bowl of Pokemon Discords, the World Series, the World Cup, whatever the biggest soccer game is. The WrestleMania of Discord servers. Everybody was there. All your favorites, ABR, Finchinator, Empo, Leo. They were all there, partaking in the chat. Now, the N-Gang server is very important because it marked a cultural shift, which tremendously lowered the threshold for what you could do without getting banned. Now, the N-Gang server, to me, was 10 times worse than Lance Cord. I'll show you some screenshots. This is one of them. Now, people here got away with this. I mean, this person is calling Soulwind a legit virgin, really taking shots at him. Alice, transphobic remarks, very hateful things. These people did not get banned. Now, this person, a Souk4, this person said vile things, transphobic remarks. I see transphobia, I see homophobia, just outright evil, vile things. Did not get banned from the N-Gang. Empo here, he's making a very edgy remark. This could be perceived as racist. Did not get banned. I'll address this in a moment. Here we have Leo with this to me is an offensive name. None of these people got banned, by the way. Especially Leo. He had an offensive username, nonetheless did not get banned. Hundreds of people got banned from the N-Gang, but it was selective. Therefore, people like ABR, Infinchinator, Empo, etc., they got off unscathed. Well, I won't say unscathed because Finchinator had to beg for forgiveness. He issued a big public apology. He begged for forgiveness. Please don't ban me. I spend 60 hours a week on Smogon. It means everything to me. I make Chaos all this money, and I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for spamming porn in the server. I'll see a therapist. Please. It means everything. It's my life. Don't ban me. Oh my God. I can't handle people saying bad things about me. I can't be banned from a forum. So he begged for forgiveness. Smogon gave him a second chance. Now, I don't have proof of what Finchinator did, but many people who were there told me that he spammed pornography, uttered the N-word many times. I'm not saying that's true. That's just what I've heard from many people. He did issue a public apology. Now, he left the server, but after he was gone, this guy had some really strong, poignant remarks to make about him. He wants to fight him. He's a snake and a rat. Finchinator, Kermit, you know what? For lying about me, saying, I had multiple infractions, I was constantly insulting staff members. You are a two-faced liar. You're a two-faced lying snake frog. Fuck you, Kermit. Just wanted to say that. Okay, so these people were not banned, but others were. Ace11 was banned. Ace11, he made harmless remarks. CBU was banned. Another Greek tour player. CBU didn't utter a peep in the server. Rudolph 13 wasn't even in the end gang. He got banned anyway. So people, this incident here, to me, really exemplifies the double standards, the hypocrisy that is prevalent in the Smegon universe. For example, maybe Leo got away with it, wherever it is. All these images here, it's crazy. Give me a second. Maybe Leo got away with it because, he's an advocate of trans rights. I don't know. Maybe he has a certain sexual orientation, a certain sexual preference. Maybe he's a huge advocate of trans rights, so he got away with it. I don't know. So why is it that so many people got banned, others did not? TOASTERBOI got banned for doing nothing. He was simply in a Discord server. That's ridiculous. And to the people who did this to him, you're losers, get a life. Do something with your lives. This is not it. Shame on you. But you won't. Because Smogon is your life. Smogon is everything to you. You have your e-friends. You're on it, 12 to 18 hours a day. When you do these kinds of things, you're just projecting your failures, your misery onto others. You're airing your little grievances, projecting your failures, taking it out on people who did nothing wrong. So shame on you. This is the tragic tale of TOASTERBOI420. It had to be told. And you might be saying, GGFan, what do you care? You were banned over 20 years ago. Maybe you're just mad that Smogon banned you, and, this is your revenge. No, it's not. I don't care about being banned from Smegon. I never have. I don't have a lot of time left. These are just things that I'd like to get off my chest. I want to say my piece before I finally do leave this toxic shithole of a community for good. This was certainly one of them. And you know what? Here I am in my twilight. I know I don't have a lot of time left, but if I can do something to foster some awareness that may perhaps elicit some kind of positive change, that would be a tremendous honor. As somebody who has been in the Pokemon world for almost a quarter of a century, and you know what? Nobody wants to be banned. Nobody wants to be labeled. TOASTERBOI, he was banned. He was in the bigot transphobe server, so, he's a horrible person. Ace 11, he was in the End Gang, so he's a horrible person. But that's ridiculous because ABR, Finchnader, Impo, etc., they were all there. But yeah, Toaster Boy, he was a good kid. He did nothing wrong. He played in Smogon for 2 years, was unfairly banned and labeled, and I think somebody needs to say something. And that person happens to be me. So there it is. I have told the tragic tale of TOASTERBOI420. Think about it. I hope you found this story insightful or at least somewhat interesting or entertaining. Have a great day.